Republicans once again showing that they are not the beacons for freedom, they are the beacons for totalitarian regime. Hey guys, Ricky here with a article from the Associated Press. DeSantis signs Florida law to label groups as terrorists and expel student supporters. So, Tampa, Florida, just the absolute den of inequity, right? Governor Ron DeSantis signed a measure into law Monday that gives him, along with other Florida leaders, the ability to label groups as domestic or foreign terrorist organizations and expel state university students who support them. Yeah, because there's no greater terrorists in the country than college kids, right? The law, criticized by free speech advocates, allows a top official at the Florida Department of Law Enforcement to designate a group as domestic or foreign terrorist organizations, with the governor and three other members of Florida cabinet approving or rejecting that designation. Besides the governor, the cabinet is made up of the state attorney general, chief financial officer, and the agricultural commissioner, all of whom are elected separately, which is good. Only downside is Florida's predominantly conservative. So, once designated a terrorist organization, a group can be dissolved and it can no longer receive any state funding through school districts or state agencies. Universities also would have to report the status of expelled students attending on visas to the U.S. Immigration and Customs Enforcement. So, pick up any immigrants that legal immigrants that are have the audacity to use their First Amendment right and expel any actual United States citizens who are once again using their First Amendment right. And the Republicans are the first ones that cry about cancel culture. They're the first ones that cry about, oh my God, don't take my Second Amendment right to guns away. Oh my God, let me say whatever I want. I want the ability to you know call homosexual people and LGBTQ people whatever slur and terrible thing that I want to possibly call them under the sun. And you shouldn't take that right because that's my First Amendment right. Oh my God. They're terrible people. They've always been. So and once again, it's more the hypocrisy of the thing where if you say something about them that they don't like, it's cancel culture. But when they want to actively ruin your life by dragging you out from your home or your car, like ICE does, or they want to expel your child or yourself because you have the audacity to use your First Amendment right to say things are not good, I want them to be better, that's wrong. It's just perpetual hypocrisy because these are the same people that wear those stupid freaking MAGA hats that say make America great again, which to me means if you don't think America's great right now, then you're saying America's not great right now. In which, if you're a person of color, the first thing they say is, well, why don't you go back to where you came from? If you're a white person, they say, well, if you don't like it in this country, why don't you go to Canada? If you don't like it here, if you don't think it's great here. Well, if you're wearing those Make America Great Again caps and you're admitting that you don't think it's great in this country, so why don't you get out? Just because you want this country to be better and you want it to improve doesn't mean you're a terrorist. That means you're a good American. That's why we have the Bill of Rights. That's why we have constitutional amendments, because even though things are good, they can be better. We don't need to regress, we need to go forward. But that's what they don't understand. They cry foul when it's cancel culture, when we just tell them, hey, maybe you shouldn't call that person this slur. Maybe it's not okay to be a bigot. They have a problem with it. Their mind fractures under the weight of common sense and human decency. Yet, when it's something that they want, they are willing to persecute you, deport you, put you in a concentration camp, ruin your life, drag your name through the mud, lie, cheat, commit fraud. That's what these people that is the engine that drives the Republican Party and conservatives. And once again, I really don't understand how anyone in their right mind could possibly look at this story and think anything other than the fact that the Republican Party are frauds that just want to take advantage of any possible situation imaginable. And Ron DeSantis is the poster child for blatant, I wouldn't say racism, but I would go so far as to say the man is borderline demonic, just absolutely abhorrent. I don't understand how in a university when you are trying to create an environment in a university where you want people to make decisions for themselves. The whole point of a university is choice. Choose your own classes, choose your own teachers, find out what you want to do with your life, create an environment where you create some free thought. And yes, when you have young people that are just coming out of adolescent puberty and making their way into manhood, womanhood, many people's minds don't stop maturing until after they're 25 years old, and you're putting people in these environments where you're exposing them to a lot of new ideas, and then you want to chastise them for actually having their own thoughts. No, we're supposed to be nurturing this. And moreover, these people are, of course, yes, you would be taking away financial aid from them and state aid and, Pell Grants and stuff like that from them, which, I mean, I guess that's the government's choice to do it. But why should it be? Why should you go to the University of Florida and not? I mean, I live in South Texas, and in the area where I live, I pay taxes to my local ISD and to my local college. I don't attend that college. I don't have kids that attend that college, but you still pay taxes towards it. So why do we not have, just like the way we have, public school for K through 12, why don't we extend that if we really want to create generations where we want to put more people into the workforce, we want higher educated, generations coming in behind us. Why don't we have that federally funded? Why? Because it would cut into universities. It would cut into uh people that student loans. And once again, once it starts cutting into the corporate sector and private entities, the Republicans are going to be the first ones saying, rolling that back. But I'm not going down the, making universities and colleges public. I'm not going down that road right now. I'm going down the road of, this is a First Amendment right. You should, as an adult, as an American citizen, you should have the ability to voice your opinions and not worry about being punished for being a terror and being branded a terrorist for just speaking your mind. Once again, it's just the Republicans, they never miss a trick. They never miss the opportunity to find a way to screw over the downtrodden people, the people that don't agree with him. And that's all it takes. That's all it takes. If you're poor, they don't like you. If you work hard for your money, they don't like you. If you're not one of their, top donors, they don't care about you. All they care about is the bottom line, how much money they're putting into their own pockets, and how much they can screw you over. The worst people, guys. So anyway, that's the video. Went way too long, and like I said, I kind of lost the forest or the trees on that one. But if you like this video, I got plenty more. If you don't like this video, uh, I don't know, give me one more shot, I guess, before you write it off, because I got a lot of other videos that I've already uploaded. I've got tons more that I'm planning on uploading in the future. Like and subscribe to my 30 subscribers that I do have. I love you guys so much, and thanks again for watching, guys.